Hey everyone, Ergota here for round two of Geotastic pinpointing in Ontario. Not as a local, but as someone who doesn't know very much at all. Who doesn't know very much at all about the province I currently live in. So, just how varied these trees look almost reminds me once again of the north. It's hard for me to say what's happened to these trees. I don't know if they look dead, and the stuff below them also looks dead. So I don't know if that means anything. I know that there are lots of wildfires in the north. Oh yeah, birch trees. I really do think we are in the north. Okay, so let's see the Rouge River. Toronto? What? What does it mean to be in the north? Like truly what does it mean? The Rogue River. So you have the Humber River here, or Humber Bay. This is the Humber River. Okay. Grenadier Pond. And then you continue over towards Scarborough side. And then what? What's the name of this? Highland Creek. It's in Toronto. Does it say what part of Toronto? It might. Rouge Park. Okay, well, let's, I guess, keep going. East across the Rouge River and onwards. I I've seen people mention that there are two when I hear people talk about like, well, you have Florida in the United States. What is Canada's Florida? And the two answers I get are that Canada's Florida is Southwest Ontario, and the other answer that I get is that Canada's Florida is Florida. 905. 905. Okay, so I gotta like identify the area code differentiations for Ontario. But if it's 905, I think it's gonna be down here. I have a friend whose life story suggests to me that that might be true. So let's see if the Rogue River is down here. The Mississauga Golf and Country Club. Alrighty. What's your name? Nameless. Great. Okay, you know what? Let's just throw something down. Okay, so the Rouge River. Rouge, like in French, I suppose. So Rouge Park is just this huge thing, this big old meandering stream, I guess. I assume that's what's going on here, where you have like maybe it's braided because it's tough for me to say just based on what we're seeing here. There's a beach apparently, right on Lake Ontario, and we cut across. Okay, so that's good for me to know that on the east end of Scarborough, it does look like this. You have a park that separates Pickering and Ajax from Scarborough. Okay, well this is exactly why I'm playing this game. To get a feel for what this all is. So again, not knowing much, I have vibes from Western Mississauga, perhaps parts of Brampton. Not that I've seen a great deal of Brampton. I wish I knew what that was. That looks like an orange. Is it like Orangeville? Maybe it is. Orangeville. Orangeville. There you are. I'm trying to remember. I think there was someone from Orangeville who Here, I guess I'll just deviate. Someone from Orangeville moved to Southern California, and they founded a city that they decided to call Ontario. So Ontario, CA, was actually founded by a Canadian engineer who moved to LA. And I get a kick out of it because Ontario, I was telling my friends about it here a little while ago, but if Ontario was in Canada, it would be the 30th largest city. And I love saying that out of context to folks up here because they're like, what? But anyway, Madu Crescent. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're getting into bigger roads here. Are there roads that I recognize? Prince of Wales. Kochar and Prince of Wales Drive. OC Transpo. Are we gonna get to see this bus? No. I don't know. This leads me to suspect that, you know, maybe this is in Ottawa. Let's just throw it down. Ottawa. It is. Okay, so that's what the buses look like in Ottawa. Good to know. So, Ottawa. Prince of Wales. Madu Crescent. Kochar Drive. And Prince of Wales Drive is the main road through this section of town, which is Rideau View and Carleton Heights. It looks, there's Carleton University. Okay. Oh, all right. So I know someone who attended that in their undergrad. Queen Elizabeth Driveway. I did hear that Ottawa used to be called Bytown after this person, I suppose. Yeah, there's so much I don't yet know about Canada. Granted, I haven't spent a great deal of time here. This freaking Canadian Tire, you'd assume that this is a shop where they just sell tires, but no, they sell whatever. I've seen Canadian Tires that sell coffee machines. They sell like discount novels. They sell like camping equipment. They can certify cars that you wish to import into Canada from the United States. So I don't know. It's weird branding issue they have there. Anyway, Ottawa. Good to know. This this actually kind of makes me feel like Montreal, but that's obviously not a possibility. Oh, something to remember as well about that Ottawa place that, like, I mean, those street names were explicitly both in French and in English. I think this is not Ottawa. I think this is Toronto. I don't think this is just any part of Toronto. I think it is somewhere over here. Am I right? Wow. Okay. Upper Canada College. St. Clair. I've heard the name St. Clair mentioned by people. St. Clair and Spadina. So the annex. So neighborhoods in this region on Brunswick, Howland, Albany. What are the major cross streets? DuPont, Bathurst, Davenport, St. George. Okay. And I guess it's U of T. U of T is right here. All right. Okay. Okay, well, good. Let's keep going. Round 4. Beautiful looking house. I'd much rather look at the dump truck. Tell me more about where you are from, Mr. Dump Truck. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so in terms of where this is feeling, I'm driving kind of in this area. Like, I don't know, here. So we'll sort of see what that looks like as I continue to build out my mental network of places in Ontario. Actually, I have that problem in California where we ran out of drops so fast, but I would love to play this so much that I run out of drops. I want to know more about everything that we see here because there's so much to see that, I'm sure I'm missing a great deal of it. Here, let's take this moment to examine. Okay, that's kind of a weird looking sign. That's cool. Let's see if we can get out to the main road. Main-ish. Huntingwood. Okay. All right, so this was in the Scarborough area. There's Huntingwood. Huntingwood Pharmacy, Victoria Park. Okay, so if I was to reach this area, I drive down the 401 past the 404 interchange, and I can exit at Shepherd Avenue, I can exit at Victoria Park, or Warden. And this neighborhood is called Corinthian, Pleasant View. It probably also looks like that around here. So yeah, maybe it's kind of like a tiered zone looking thing. Who knows? Okay, anyway, round 5. Tough to say. Tough to say. New Horizon Development Group. Pack X. Laurentian Drive. All right, so the Laurentian Basin is up here. There's like Laurentian University. I think that's what it's called. I don't know a great deal about any of that. So possibly this is Sudbury. Well, we'll have to see. I think let's just try to get out. Yeah, that ain't gonna tell me anything I would like to know. Yeah, I can't think of anywhere else in Ontario where you would have the term Laurentian invoked so regularly, but once again, I don't know much about Eastern Canada, and indeed, this is the St. Lawrence River. So, and that's what Laurentian is presumably named for. So we'll go down a little bit further here and transition directly back into the summer. Yeah, it's tough for me to say. I'm starting to learn that the variations in the colors of the trees is not necessarily an indicator of the north, but really anything north of Toronto, it seems. Which I don't think I really knew that until I got here. Mississauga. All right. It strikes again. Let's just drop us off in Mississauga and then we'll see what happens. Oh, it's in Burlington. Okay, I've been down the 403 as well. Guelph line. This is by all the hotels that are propped up against the 403 in this area. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of hotels. Okay. Good to know. And what we did is we just popped around this corporate area. Laurentian Drive also refers to areas down there. Okay, well, I mean, whatever, So Ottawa, which was characterized by the oranges, the OC Transit buses, and signs both in French and in English. And then over here, various parts of Toronto, which had me cutting across left and right, although there was a very distinctive architectural style in the vicinity of U of T that I'll have to keep in mind going down the line. Alrighty, well, thank you very much, and see you guys next time.